Hello and welcome back to Chicken for Breakfast, the podcast where we talk about the basic fundamentals of life and perspective to, well, us.
Us. Today.
Yeah, what's up? Today we have Darien back on the podcast. It's very exciting. How you doing? How you been?
It's actually been a minute. When was the last time we did one, though?
Man, this was episode 5 of season 1, so that would have been like a few months ago.
December. Not even December? Maybe
Probably,
November?
Yeah, I think it was November.
November, yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it was November. Anyways,
Yes,
we back at it. We're doing a sick podcast. Today we are talking about cheerfulness. We actually started a series called A Scout Is, and essentially it goes over the 12 points of the Scout Law and what makes a scout, because at the end of the day we want to be an iconic figure like scouts. It comes from an idea based on me being an Eagle Scout and what that ensued along the way, as well as how do I maintain that. So welcome. I'm glad you could join the conversation.
I'm very eager to see what you got cooking up.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I just want to let everybody know that you're not taller than me. The chair's just higher.
Nah, you
just
capping.
higher.
You capping. I'm taller.
No.
I'm taller. No, I'm just messing. So here, let me see if I can. That's as low as it goes. That's as low as it
mine
goes.
is as high as it gets.
Okay, so today's topic, we are actually talking about a scout is cheerful.
Okay.
Now, the quote, we normally try to get a quote on here about about the topic that we're talking about. So today's quote is, be positive.
Okay.
Stay happy and don't let the negativity of the world get you down.
Facts.
That quote comes from Germany Kent, who happens to be a television personality, an author, a journalist. She's huge in the media industry. I'm so lucky I found a quote. But that is the quote, be positive, stay happy, and don't let the negativity of the world get you down. And I think that ties into a scout being cheerful, because for a scout to be cheerful, that means you do what you need to do, and you do it with a positive attitude. You see the world in a positive light. And I think that we live in a negative world, and I've said this so many times on Chicken for Breakfast. I think that we live in such a negative world that it's also very important to kind of always see the positive. And I think that in order to always be cheerful, we need to look on the positive side of life, even when the situation is down, even when we're surrounded by negativity, we're surrounded by toxic people, negative things happening, tragic events, terrible moments. I feel like if we can always find the bright side of life, there will always be a reason to fight. Our life will be better if we're cheerful, right?
That sound like 2020 to me. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Sounds just like 2020. Everybody had to find a positive, and what we thought was a terrible year, which it was because of, because of COVID. But it gave a lot of people time to reflect on themselves and how to grow as people, and now they're much better from 2020 to now. So that's what that sounded like, to be honest with you. I feel like it couldn't get no worse than that right now.
It was so hard to find something good in 2020. I mean, for the first, I was still in high school when COVID happened. Mm-hmm. So it was we get to go home for 2 weeks, woo, and then that 2 weeks turned into 2 months, and then it was see you next year, maybe. And it was between 2020 and the beginning of 2021, the whole COVID situation, it was very hard to find a positive. But it wasn't impossible. And I think that I was good at finding the positive in that situation.
I didn't find my positive till way after when 2021 hit. Cause beginning of 2020, it was all right, I'm in college though, So I'm in college, and they're like, oh, cause it took effect bigger. It shut it all down during my spring break in March. So they're like, all right, we're just gonna give you guys the rest of the week, cause we're supposed to come back on a Wednesday or Tuesday. So they're like, just take the rest of the week off. Cool. All of a sudden, we're canceling school for the rest of the semester, and I'm like, babe, I'm saving gas. I ain't gotta go, and everything's online. And then you realize that this wasn't something that was just gonna be a couple months and would be done. This was the whole year. This was a year, of everything being shut down. Everybody's home, people out of the job, and getting laid off. And when you think about it, it's how I'm gonna make money. Some people got families. Some people gotta provide for themselves. Not everybody had to go back home and stuff like that. So now it was I don't know what to do. What you gonna do? Everything is done. And then that's all negatives, but I guess a positive was if you were somebody that was in a tight spot and you were kind of lost, it's You got so much time to invest in yourself and grow as a person, reflect on everything that you've done up until that point, because a lot of people said that that's what it was. Some people were so used to being at work, they didn't even have time with their kids and their families, and now the COVID gave them opportunity to see what they were missing out on. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So it's like terrible thing, but a positive comes out of it. See what I'm saying?
But yeah, but you have to find that positive.
Yeah.
Is the thing. Like, so let's kind of bring it back a little bit.
Facts.
Like, not back, but forward. Actually, we're
Yeah.
gonna bring it forward from like a practical sense of being cheerful. Like, what's something that is very difficult? I think it's very difficult to find positive in doing like chores, like housework.
Yeah.
Like, just life in general. Just some things are so negative. Some people are so negative. Things that we got to do. Sometimes it's boring. Sometimes it's like you don't need to do it. There's just so much going on. Like, what is a way that we should maintain our being cheerful? Like, in your opinion, what do you think we could do to be? How do we find that positive that we're looking for? Jeez, I could have said that so simply.
You know, you're
Man.
fine. Reflect on yourself and see who's in your circle. I mean, definitely pay attention to the people and the environment that you're around. Can you prevent yourself from being in that area or surrounding them people? You want to be happy. We're in a time now in our generation where everybody is saying that they want to be happy, and if it has to compromise my peace and make me angry or be someone I'm not, then I don't want to be around you. So it's like, who's around you? Are you around negative people or positive people? If you're around negative people all the time, you're always going to be negative or have that negative mindset. If you're around people that's on the same thing as you and feeling positive and things like that, like, then you're going to be positive. Like, don't surround yourself with negativity. If you know there's certain things that make you upset, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? If there's certain people if there's that one person that always knows how to get under your skin, like, don't be around that person. Take a break and reflect on what makes you happy.
And I think that a lot of people kind of when they focus on happiness and being cheerful, there's influence in that. Like,
Yeah.
there's influence in you being happy, and a part of a scout being cheerful is making others happy.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, you can try to be cheerful, you can try to be uplifting, you can try to be positive, you can try to be happy, you can try to be the best person you can be, but if you're surrounding yourself, if you've got those negative influences, you're never going to be able to be as cheerful, because I feel like moods create environments, and environments are what we live in. So when we live in a negative environment, like you said, when we're being around negative people, being around not positive things, I just feel like that's the leading factor in whether or not we can maintain happiness and cheerfulness.
Well, to be honest, I think it starts with you, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know it starts with us. I mean, it's our
you're gonna
choice. It's
you're
our
gonna be the
choice.
base, and it's gonna take some time. Some people don't even know the type of situation that they in because they don't really think about it. They're so used to it and accustomed to it. So it's like because I'm sure you've been alone, stuck in your thoughts before, like a lot of people. So it's like when you really sometimes something's gonna click, and you're gonna really think to yourself like, I'm sick and tired of being down. I'm sick and tired of being sad or upset at myself, or I'm not doing the things I want to. Like, I need more positive energy. Like, what am I gonna do? I might need to work out. I might need to read. I might need to grind on whatever. Take what I'm doing more serious. Like, there's ways to be positive. You've just only been around negative. And I don't want to say it's like you're a positive person around negative people. It's just like spread on them. Like, no, like if there's more negatives, like it's always gonna be a downfall.
And it's so hard to let others not get us down when they're being negative. And part of that can be controlled, part of it can't. But like you said, ultimately it comes down to us. Are we going to let this negativity get you down? I mean, if we look back at the quote, be positive, stay happy, and don't let the negative of the world get you down. Don't let that happen to you. And I think that like that points out to like don't let others get you down. Take control of the situation. Don't make excuses for not being cheerful. Don't make excuses for not being negative. So after this quick commercial break,
Facts.
we are going to dive into the quote a little bit more, kind of break it apart a little bit, and kind of regroup into why it's important to be cheerful.
I'm down.
So, see you in a second. welcome back. So let's take that quote from Germany Kent: "Be positive, stay happy, and don't let the negativity of the world get you down." In season 1 of Chicken for Breakfast, we did an episode on happiness and success. We did one about positivity, one about decision making, and everything that we've talked about, I feel, kind of goes into this, because being cheerful is something very important, not just for you, but for other people. It starts with you, and I mean, being cheerful is a way to spread positivity, I think, is what some people forget as well. But we talked about, staying positive, taking control of the situation, and everything that we do, we can be optimistic.
Yeah.
So I think that cheerfulness is a mindset that we need to throw ourselves into. And I liked how you mentioned that, there's things about ourselves, there's things that we wish we could do better. And it's like, that's not necessarily not being cheerful. It's always great to thrive, to be a better person.
Yeah.
But I think that it's just how you approach the situation. So let's break that quote down a little bit more. Be positive. That's pretty self-explanatory.
Facts.
It's just kind of do you. Don't let the negativity get you down. Is the part that I really want to focus on, because, like I said, it's taking control of the situation and not letting others get to us. I saw a TikTok, and it's great that you're here because I can ask for someone else's opinion.
All right, bet.
I saw a TikTok that said, "Don't make happiness a goal."
Yeah.
Don't be cheerful. Don't make happiness a goal, because you'll never reach it if you're making it. You're trying. It's like so oftentimes we hear, it's all about you. It's all about your happiness. You need to be selfish with your happiness. But I found it interesting that someone said, "Don't make happiness a goal."
Mm-hmm.
To me, I feel like it's kind of a silly thing. Well, I thought it was a silly thing, but as I started thinking about it, like, happiness is kind of a natural thing. Being cheerful is kind of a natural thing if you put yourself in that mindset. So how can we, how do you feel about that, I guess?
Making happiness a goal, I feel, is that if you make that a number one priority and you never get there, it's going to break you. See what I'm saying? Like, people set goals, obviously, and when you don't reach your goals, you're down. You're upset, depending on how big, whether it's a short-term goal, long-term goal. A goal, nevertheless, if you don't hit a goal that you set for yourself, you're going to ask yourself, why did I not make that goal? Why did I not achieve it? And then you're going to reevaluate, why didn't I do that? Making happiness your number one means that you're only looking. There's nothing wrong with saying, like, I just want to be happy. Cool. Making it your number one goal. Since it's number one, it's on the top of your list. If that is the one that you don't get out of everything, out of all your goals that you set, and you tell me happiness is number one and you don't get it, you're going to be broken. You know what I'm saying? Happiness comes with whatever you're doing. Happiness comes with the people you're around, the activities that you do with those that you love and care about. Happiness is really like, if you enjoy coming to school, or you like, man, I can't wait to see my friends. It makes me happy. We laugh, we joke. Happiness is going to be there. But if you're saying, like, no, I just need to be happy, like, that's my number one, never going to, like, that's like, you're never trying to be down again. You know, like, if that makes sense.
Deep.
Yeah,
that's
like,
deep.
Don't make happiness your number one. So I can see why it can't be number one. It can be a goal.
Oh, no,
Or, like,
no. See, that's the thing, though. It's
not
just
a
don't
goal.
make it a goal.
Yeah, but, like, it can be, okay, let's not say it could be a goal. It could be something that you strive for. Like, I want to make sure I'm happy and my happiness is pure, and you want to be around and do things that make you happy, because that's what people say. If what you're doing you don't love and it doesn't make you happy, then why are you doing it? So just find something that will make you happy, but just don't make it a goal, because if you make it a goal, nevertheless a top goal, and you don't reach it, you're going to be shattered.
Isn't that just a weird concept?
Yeah.
Like, make everything else that makes you happy a goal, but don't make happiness itself a goal.
Because all of your goals, when you achieve your goals, they make you happy.
Right. Success and
You feel me?
happiness go hand in hand. Check out that episode from season 1 on Anchor.fm.
He says season 1.
But success and happiness go hand in hand. So I think that when you make happiness a goal, you're focusing too much on, I want to be happy, I want to feel a specific way, and you're taking less time away from how to actually get that, how to be successful, how to feel the way. Because like you said, it comes naturally. You make a goal, you set it, you accomplish whatever it is you want to accomplish. You're going to be in a better mood. You're going to be happier. If you do all of this cheerfully, if you do all this with a positive attitude, it's harder to be not happy. It's harder to be negative about things, and it's crazy that you said it like that because like it's true. I was sitting there, I was like, okay.
Yeah,
I was sitting there, I was like, man,
you ain't know I was that
crazy.
sharp.
So I almost think that the way that it's worded, don't make happiness a goal.
Mhm.
I feel like that's not necessarily how it should be worded, but it makes sense.
I feel as that when you hear a statement or a quote, you gotta really like think about it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, I guess you could say like apply it to yourself and then reevaluate it
Right.
and understand what the person is saying and what they mean, because there's a lot of things people can say and you just misunderstood the whole entire thing. So making happiness a goal, they're never saying like it shouldn't be a goal. It's good that it's a goal to be happy, but don't make it a primary goal. Like it shouldn't even be like
Make it a side goal.
Yeah, like that should just be something you be like, look, I just want to have a family, get the job I want, I'll be happy. You know what I'm saying? Live the life that I want, I'll be happy. And then I'll die a happy person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or things like that. Like just get, because I feel like the things that you want to accomplish, and when it happens, you're going to be happy. You get people to back you up, you're going to be happy. Whether someone is there for you or not, it don't matter. Just know that whatever you're doing and your focus, you're going to be happy no matter what. You're going to be happy about that decision you made. You're going to be happy doing whatever it is that you love to do. So therefore, happiness comes from how you, I guess, I don't want to say like you present yourself, but like how you take care of yourself and your mind. So you're gonna be happy no matter what. What we doing right now, I'm sure what we doing right now making you
Oh, absolutely.
You happy right now.
Chilling.
And there's nothing right now that could affect your happiness. Whether I was here or not, you were still gonna do this, and you still would have been happy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You would have been cool. So it's like, yeah, happiness is something that you want to have in your life and be fine with. But like saying that you just want happiness as a goal, like it's right there. Like don't do that to yourself.
Like I feel like really quick, just to kind of almost wrap things up, is like bringing it back from happiness and positivity is we more or less want to focus on being cheerful and what that looks like, and essentially it's taking anything negative and just being optimistic. And I think always looking on the bright side of everything is, like I said earlier, it's very difficult to do. We've talked about it so many times on Chicken for Breakfast. Like it is so difficult to just be positive, even with COVID, even with everything going on here. I mean, you got days it's like, why am I here? Yeah. We're not doing anything. It's like, it's so hard to be positive sometimes, and we do things every day, by the way, but it's like being cheerful is its own goal. It's a mindset, and I think it's like flipping a switch on is like, I'm trying to find the best way to advocate for being cheerful. Because it's easy to say just be happy. It's easy to say just do what makes you happy. It's easy for me to outline what happiness and positivity looks like. But it's so difficult to kind of word how to be cheerful. So
being something like that would only be able to work if you're mentally right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So let's do an exercise really quick.
He said an exercise.
And I challenge everyone at home to think about this over the week until the next episode comes out. It's like, try to be cheerful in everything you do. Even like if it's going to work, if it's going to school, if it's whatever it is, even if you don't like doing it, even if you don't want to do it.
I tell you right now.
Go into it with the mindset of like, I'm ready. Let's get it.
Trying to be happy when you go to work, it'd be hard for me. Like I feel like I'm only happy at work because my coworkers is cool, and then I'm fine being there. But when nobody else there, especially if you had a job that either the job don't like you or you just like, man, I'm just so ready to be done. I'm so ready to be done with my job. And you talk about something. Let's
be cheerful, bro.
Be cheerful about it. Because this is, if you want to really look on the bright side, as I'll use myself as an example, I hate going to work. I don't hate going to work, but I don't like going to my job all like that. For, like I said, my coworkers is cool and it makes it tolerable. And I'm sure I make it a lot more funner for them as well, just as much as they make it cool and fun for me. But then it's like, at least I got a job. I could be broke, you know what I'm saying, struggling with money because I don't have a job. Because I know there's people out there that don't got a job. So you always just got to look on the bright side of things. It's like this. So this is what I was doing one day. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to let you get back to your thing, right? I was literally like driving, right? Somebody literally was walking. And then I was like, oh, I got a car. You know what I'm saying? That person don't even got a bike. You feel me? So I'm happy for that. But what if I had a bike and somebody was walking? At least I got a bike. I can still get somewhere faster than walking. But then what if somebody's walking and then you got somebody in a wheelchair? But at least I can get to where I gotta go because I can walk. And people overlook all of those type of things. So you gotta be happy for everything though. You might not be where you want to be, but you a lot better off than somebody else.
All right.
Boom.
That
was deep.
So I think the last major point about being cheerful, and I think they're trying to kick us out here. So
we're gonna be wrapping it up for sure.
So the biggest part about being cheerful is basically spreading cheer, spreading positivity, and making others happy in the process. It's not just a mindset for ourselves. It's a mindset to help the world. It's to help other people, lift other people up. If people see that you're being cheerful, if people see that you're doing everything the best that you can, doing it with a positive attitude, I think that goes so long. I think that goes such a long way in the world, and that's what I encourage everyone to do. I encourage everyone to just kind of think about how you handle situations, think about how you live your everyday life, and I don't want to be like, preachy or demeaning or anything.
Yeah, but
just try to be more cheerful. Think about. You don't even have to change. I'm not asking you to change, but think about how cheerful you are and how difficult it is actually. Are you spreading that positivity? Are you bringing others down, or are you being cheerful? Are you letting having to go to work, bring down the mood? Are you taking that attitude to work and making work terrible for everyone else?
Yeah.
So basically, in everything that you do, be happy, stay positive, just be the light and help stop the spread of negativity, because at the end of the day, we don't want that.
Not at all.
So, Darien, thanks for tuning in.
For sure.
Next week you'll probably also be on it. But 2 Minutes to Go podcast on YouTube. They talk about sports. They talk about everything involving sports. Thank you so much for tuning in. I like chicken for breakfast because it's great. And I hope at the end of the day, period. Yeah, true. At the end of the day, we hope that you like chicken for breakfast too. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Deuces.
Decent.
Big body bands, remember I used to be dusty. Ain't no.
What's up? Check run, mic run, check 1 2. Welcome back. So, that was bad. That was a bad intro right there.
Hey, don't even. Hey, but if you really think about it though, that's like it'd be fine because it's Johnny. Johnny,
right?
That's
right?
something Johnny would do.
All right, so
talk to me.
get the stretch out the way. Oh, that's
No,
funny.
for real. Be like, yeah, talk to me, Johnny.